Hey everybody, Matt here from Life's Journey. So hopefully you're doing well out there. You probably saw my thumbnail. This is kind of getting to be a pet peeve of mine, and I'm sure that it grates on you guys as well. So every day I think, and again, it's all social media driven. I get it. Shocking. It's YouTube, social media driven. But how many times on Facebook do you see, I just purchased this bike. What kind of tires should I have? And I sometimes comment and sometimes I just let it go. And this is just from somebody who's ridden for 5 years. Now, granted, I've put over 100,000 miles on, 13, 14 different bikes. Maybe that's not a lot of miles, but to me, it's enough to understand what kind of tires work for what, the environments that you're kind of riding in. Now, some of the times I don't comment is because they ask that question, such a generic question. They give no context to it whatsoever. Like, what's the best? Well, what are you doing? Like, did you buy the bike to ride 50-50 on the road, on gravel roads? Did you buy it to ride more off-road, more adventure riding? Did you buy it strictly to go to work and for touring? I mean, that is such a loaded question. And it absolutely, again, it's become comical to me, but also just like nails on a chalkboard. This is more of a rant, by the way. So again, if you can hit that like, subscribe, notification button, it would be fantastic. So anyway, back to my rant. The tire question, it's like you're getting into this, like either you've ridden for a while and you bought a new bike, like, don't you, like, I don't know, I guess even when I got into this thing, I knew kind of what I wanted to do. And I figured out real quick, mostly on my own, but with some help from some people. But like, I had a general idea, like what I wanted to do in my riding life, right? And so I just don't understand it at all. Like just the generic question on the tire thing, it absolutely drives me nuts. Now, I've done tire reviews on tires that I use that I think are good, blah, 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 right? I mean, Motaz are my go-to tire for the off-road stuff. Now, if I'm going to do long-haul touring and if I was going to drive across the country and maybe throw in some gravel roads or something like that, I'm probably going to do a Dunlop Trail Max Mission because I know I'll get 10,000 plus miles out of it and it'll be a solid tire. No issues whatsoever. Now, for me personally, I'll never buy another Michelin tire. I think the Anakis are the worst tires in the world. And again, it's my opinion, my personal preference, right? But I think they're loud. The Wild, the Adventure. I think the Michelins are the worst tire in the world. And now, I've never had a pair of street tires. I think the Mutants or whatever, or something like that. Or is that Dunlop Mutants? Again, don't know much about street tires, so I can't really comment on street tires. But I have heard nothing but good things but the Mutants from a few people that ride street tires. So, or was it the Michelin 6 or something? I don't know. But I could tell you in adventure riding that I would never buy an Anaki. I think those are the worst tires. They're just loud, even more so than my Motaz. And I run Rals, which are an 80-20, right? So I am looking forward to trying the Continental TKC 80s, the new ones that are coming out. They had them on the bikes down at the Riding Academy for BMW. They seem to work pretty well off-road. The prior edition I never tried, but everybody just said they burned up within 3,000 or 4,000 miles. These are supposed to last maybe another couple thousand miles. I don't know. Again, until they get put out into the wild. I don't know much about dual sport tires. So if someone asked about now the only reason because of the Motaz connection, I use Motaz for my tires on my dual sport on my Beta. But outside of that, I use mostly Motaz. And the reason why is because they last longer. I've had Crew 4, I've had Crew 3s, I've had Crew 4s. They all burned up within 2,000 or 3,000 miles, or at least, you know, wore down so much that you really don't get much traction off-road on it. The Scorpion Pirellis, the off-road Scorpion Pirellis, actually a pretty decent tire. But again, they burned up pretty quick as well. So for me, longevity and traction and stuff for off-road, that's the reason why I picked the Motos. But again, I come back to this whole thing about the tire, and people post this stuff, and I get it. I do get it, because they do want some ideas on what's going on out there. But I don't know about you, but it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. What's your thoughts on when that question pops up on Facebook? I just like it's cringing sometimes, and I try to comment and I try to say, hey, what kind of riding are you going to do? Like that. Usually you don't hear back from the person. It's just this, you know, blanket statement like, what tire do I use? And I don't know. It's sort of annoying anymore, and it's kind of like the question on what's the best bike. There's 1,000 different, you know, maybe not 1,000, but there's a lot of different takes on that as well. So you try to give your best opinion on certain things. If they're asking about specifics, like, you know, hey, what's the difference between a 1250 and 1300? Okay, well, I might comment on that. What about the Motos tires? I can definitely comment on that. I can comment on a few other tires. But when you just put the general statement out there and a general question, chances are you're going to get a lot of negativity. And you see it out there. And this, I think, this is another thing, right? You got keyboard warriors. And we've either done it or had it done to us. Let's make no bones about it. But you throw a comment out there, and then, you know, it's just like the internet just either eats you alive or whatever. Most people are pretty nice about, you know, giving some recommendations, but there are some people on there that just will eviscerate people for no apparent reason. That I don't understand either, because maybe this person is naive, and, you know, but yeah, is it cringeworthy for folks that have done a lot of different things and have some experiences? Yes. But I have to ask myself sometimes, that's the reason why I don't comment sometimes. I take a step back, because you don't know where this person is coming from and what's going on and what their thought process is. So you do have to kind of look at it like that as well. But it could be vicious out here, folks. So if you ask a generic question, just be prepared, because it's can get ugly out there in the cyber world. So speaking of which, as usual, hit that like, subscribe, notification button. Be greatly appreciated. Continue to keep growing the channel. Every time you click a like, all that stuff, I greatly appreciate it. And again, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on when people ask just a generic question on tires or bikes or whatever, and maybe how you handle it, or maybe you don't comment, or maybe you do. And I try to give the best advice I can in those situations. If I choose to respond, but man, it sometimes can get really cringeworthy. So, all right. Hey, again, hope everybody's doing well out there. Let's get out there. Let's burn up some tires while we're speaking of it. Let's burn up some tires while we're putting them, laying down the miles. And whether you're just long hauling it on a nice tour, or you're getting it off road doing dual sport stuff, let's get out there and get going. It's now that time of the season, and we're all looking forward to it. So be safe out there, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.